Yeah. The last time we call, we call Granomo, ma'am, we don't begin anew.
Baby, I'm Moshe, baby, honorable, at now, Kumasi Crodium here. Baby, I'm papa, and in a time, I shall see free a single room. A diam Moshe. Aha, if you're way,
window, right side.
Esro.
Yeah.
Aha. Ti hona na ne da.
Yeah, no me da soro. If you know, esro ni roof we. Ti ne rooftop. E hona from manfa.
Ti hona na mo de mo mattress ko toto. Esro ho no.
Ah, esro ho.
Aha. Say na catch you.
In the first lesson and he said
SOMPA 3.1.
So we are seeing now one fawochi enya nipa bia uwa ochi ay basa because yeti hono no kureni na papa no ne afra but okosi edan foforo ewo me by kura itwam ultra bantma presbya filling station bi o left asewa no kosi the new house and what the way a man offer asefo even why they were not able to take care of it. I think say my catch me brother did that say on your estimate right at least been painting home. But we knew why I'm farmer. But a humble beginning.
Yes.
Where I was. Now OHENE say a share in Kunan a mani pebia say regardless of baby or fibiano. O yiro ho a abrabon ubetimi abaye odefo enna regardless of baby a wofi wa anyere wo ho nso na da bia wo pese obi na emehwe wo a sei bi na behu
o hwani mo so obi na enhwe wo a
yeah si ya na behu no mena baby a maame ni gina no
ana maame we na ode nse kire wo dan no
ai baby o gina no
ai
e hona we go we abofra me enya kwan wiare baatu hono inti abontin
duwa dware abontin da
oh yeah why not baby o na hona na me dware wo dware na amanfo a e ko toilet say efie ni opposite na public toilet oh the whole bantima mu a efie
any toilet no any hono obi aba I mean baba abontin e gina oni e dware
My goodness.
A humble beginning indeed.
Yes. You know.
If you tell somebody this is where you started, Anipano.
Yeah, onyindi.
Bebo
no hunyi finsi.
At least, and I mean, I like this one. Say at least it tells anybody. Say so. Who nena there are mansions are. You didn't start from a mansion.
Yeah. And then fee about 200. Yeah, me fee about 200.
Ufie bro say
200.
200 houses, not just 4 bedrooms big.
Kwa gubernors. 4 bedrooms. Now my new house in Kwana missing. 53 bedrooms. I will tell you.
53.
Yeah. Committee 11, Ukwabu, 53 bedrooms. Dumping 40.
I send dumping baby I will free.
Right. 40. Kumasi Amobi scattered all over the place. As me ba Misada Hotel.
Dentra.
Oh, Yamena.
The pastor said, Dentina, Oba, you prefer to be at a quiet place. I remember one day, I'm say a check pa, maybe out China, you were at Chariset. Maybe who were me here, Adams. That a penny only few Hana. Nanny Pacro come home, catch him say, if you be watching on my a fellow say. Lameta Chihonuma.
No green or the media.
Ah, okay.
If you need your media. My girlfriend and a Kohio.
Oh, okay.
nti ho de na media
na de na ya wo ka no kresa
oh na de nti na onisa because ye obi e hwew nti bi di trope obi be for correct na agumanu ase. Why would I claim for it if it's not mine? Exactly opposite Otum for
yes
wife.
Yes.
And me fear. And my girlfriend in Sofia or Corrente.
And somebody will not say this truth. Dear Nema Kanokre, honorable.
Obanini, O Kanokura be one Kanokura be the Kanokre. And it will set you free. You see, man Kanokra me embarrass me. Obi ba be ba chiro. O buy now, o di picture hrem. Oh, there be minim ho. Obi wa many are from Kwamena. And the Kwamena who Tibantma efia na tiwusu nim ho. You know, because oti wonne nipa bi so te ho. Nipa nimo. Nti ene se nyame ayi wadom na wa firi mu a na wo dan wa chia ma se nye wonam. No, I'm proud. You see, I have to associate myself with this building. Na she obi nkunan se. Asitina bia wutimu no. Baby a wutie no. Wan kasa. Obo homodin a. Obetimi afiri mu akoye bibi kese a chensa. I stand for hope. The person Ghana ni bia hwe me. Na efie ya wo show. E just say obi anu oti efie semu edware abonten enne ono no oba Ghana fo ase wo madaji ebegina ha etwen no enu hye obi nkunai but samiba na me be oh forget about this, I don't even know, please obi begu animasi o dey say selfie no a very nice home inti samiba gina ha bedwamanum say a part of me fear. If you're a program, he can phone in and say, "Oh, Honorable can wait there at the Braka." If you're there, so I have to tell you the truth. Maybe if you banners, even banners near twice 1, 2, 3 in media. Also, yeah, maybe I Otum for fear runabout. I want to miss the new house. O 10 left is there. Oko Odino Quadasu. Mienu ebom bakuni oba amekom baby am more you ya nachi asafo anaza amekom whatever you go. I have houses scattered all over the place, but Makoto apartment and bar na my bedroom here until I finish the new house.
Abono nsia pa o meti dunum. Many Honorable Kennedy, a compare kwa Agyapong, Chinkomo. Honorable, Wabrabo, Etie and Como from ho. Almost casting now, Mamma going na ye edredifo. Almost say Omo GD womu. Say you can run Ghana like a business because you have proven it. Omo Motonton, Bojua, almost say we are Omo dear. Businessmen are almost through Ewoswa Magazine, Omo your dear. What is it with you business acumen? Emma Ghana mebunu. Yabeba mebunu so, but with the business aspect. I say all Ghanaian business people say they have faith in you. What is it?
Yeah, they have faith in me because say me humble beginning echiro say obia otena say fie mu from ase dompembe kumase ni papa teacher ni betena ha. Na ene waton nyoma. Let me tell you. Emra, me was secondary school. Na me ton ade o street so. Ya makwanya. Me maame na oton ade o table so. Panyini bi ofira gogo. Ya friend Kwaku Donko. Me store anim. The next person to us Mr. Agyapong. So the bicycles he try Ghana who shells it. Did they be no shows? Tisa store miunin tem and a me mammy anti first near na me mammy eno a mammy you know o maka table a see nim no mashisha woman also eno moton ti ya makwan ba ma kofa ni money bi nam de agu me bobo board bi sa nam de agu so na me nam na meton yes PK chocolate Tatra Nazet yes Rob PK eguso Rob by editutwi eguso Tatra blade
yeah
oh and a Nazet as a crocodile
and crocodile bisa yeah
so and a chocolate and I'm the eguso na make all round normally it drew anwumre be 7 so a yekodidi ewi a 7 o'clock etiko komlemle near Nam Princeway Hotel no eno so okwa both a blue light bi obi ne girl show and we are nuisance to them ebi afa na or rap girl no so akonya yes speak yes chocolate you know sometimes PK oba no be yibi ato nanum chocolate obeyi bi ato nanum sa na the graduate me I'll give credit to Kwafo boys a many women na eco school a omo papa opanyini kwaku kire ti ebi okofa bucket aluminium bucket you graduate from PK no you dey call aluminium bucket and we a friend lead bar sa lead bars no be say na entientia na utwitwa and ye dey etua boba
yeah yeah
and a wire ye dey sum afidie
yeah
o dey say you graduate na on dey do it e bi o wa me fa say nyoma no na me call fosu instead say fosufo na ebedi dwa no eba no na me di nyoma na to omo Mr. Joshua me ma me nu araba you know na me and cutlasses crocodile machete near nam near to ti me be we school say na me yankasa me wo palm plantation amado
be we form 5
me we upper 6
form now yeah. Palm plantation
yeah
abefuo
yeah kromu a etwa e de ye enwo me say me ni menwo ye pa metimi atena ha awo abeno achimu e de asiso wo ye ne se enkwan ba ye mfa nam ntum bibia antum na wo sa eni enwo no wo ti ase wo wi a wo pese ye hwama na wo de jeni achi so kakra ansana wo de agu bottle osuno mini mrakate nwene woni mrafia mat
yeah
mrakate ekutwa e ba metimi atena se anwene ade no
ne nyina awtumi nwene
bia na de
I have a few of this
ba me go nyazi ametimi na kumasia me hum za me no aduane no apa go me papa na no ho of but ompe bre bia bose o ware anu oja ti da bia na no aduane no o dia say one thing he did for me is now he likes good food. He likes good food and your oats, you know. Yeah. But I knew me continue to be crew. Never near the near Bochachasa race course. But be a friend Gialasa. If you are Bochacha near do and where you shed no guso. Near bad boys. But you and Tokwaya Kohado.
SOMPA 93.1.
I could react here. Dear Lassa, ko wi ana hwe one day o kire me nyonko ba ko no de ne hini na ayi wo ho wo de twi ne to o dia se ye bokwa na e kwa ma bi o race course inside ho ye wache no na e kosesa inchansen no ma no ne ahuhurum e bi a wache no bo se sadi ni pe eguso wa pia gunchen survivor ebi akọ Prempeh College ewia ni akodi sopi onim sopi
yeah
omu edidi awie no no mo drum kese bi ehwie gum kokọ ni beans
what the sopi da
of course me your brefo diana obi tiwa office kene Japan ofiti ya na yeye hasela nipa hasel e okumase abonte so ni bi krom ya you know I stand for hope nti se jude adwadini bi etiemia ohun se kene Japan a businessman or started from scratch enye se sebi me papa bi na ewu agame ana me ma mi na ewu agame e na me hunu se mpen pi no obi a wabɔ no homoden a wan training ni ma wamfa bi ana ofere kura se adwuma na ono aye e de ahwe ne ba no obemma ne ba no abeye bi enti omu wu a nipa bebre omu wa no omochi omu ya adwuma na wu aye basa enti me no I struggle on my own if ria e ko Germany me ko huru nkukum aye adwuma o restaurant se me ye Italian dishes e wa ha kirewa onyini me huru nkukuo no mo a na I'm graduate me boss no e kire me how to cook the Italian dishes near what I say tagliatelle, bolognese, spaghetti, just a pizza, everything. Me, I was a full cook. I was Germany. And sana, what they call America. Call America. Call here Jumao.
Baba Moro was here.
Yeah, the senior, no. First, me Juma was Zaro Bakery. Now one day, Baba Moro na be see for me. Na me nim se oti building no. Ti no e me senior bebre. Tell me work from 1 or from 4.
What decided?
Right. Ti me shiana senior na ha also what 5th floor. Na me smith 6th floor. And he did well for me. Or me call the gas station or here Juma. Gasiteria. First one here 138 and Concourse. Or them call training me how to use the machine. They didn't name. Nam timi ya Juma, you see, open so ye we are here. And yes, sir, okoye 8 hours, if now coffee, no akoda, no one no my. Look, the normal hours will be 8. If you want to succeed in life, you have to do extra hours than that. Maybe Sababa. You see, no, actually, America. Intino, na DJ, you know, watch me. Na me a DJ. Call Baba na Monsieur Frino. I can spin well. Oh, they said this time and they came. Now, Barnum, tears and I'm be spinning.
Table, no, you know what's up, man.
Baba, you know, oh no, I was spinning. Now, I take you over and shift. Into Monday, me 8 hours. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 hours. Friday, 8 hours. No man, 40 hours. Saturday, me 24 hours. Sunday, no 24 hours. Into a whole moment, and me permanent, you know, between me 88 hours a week. The permanent job no Zaro Bakery. A year bakery. Zaro no popular bakery a year. You will plant ho to your trunk, Brudunu Sana, you the share racks him, not truck, Abefako. Through that, extra a year, me year, Anna, Missiska, Minya 3,000, and I'm Koto car. To taxi back, Baba na children how to drive. Me call America, na me nim driving. Baba na children. But me to taxi no. Within 7 months, now my taxi is here 80. If say every month be me treat taxi $3,000, and I'm call auctioner, no my auto car, maybe 1,000, 2,005. Caprice or Chevy Impala, no my big trim partition. Me ya, na the ama Ghana need $40 a day. Inti 7 months no, na me timinya $280 a day. From 7 taxis. Me ankasa me the American every day. Ochumu time, me see $100. The weekends no a adwuma wom no. Friday night, Saturday, you make over 100, maybe a 150, 160. Inti 50 ni 60 na eguso for the weekend no. And I'm the tree am rent and me do. So it has. So I sacrifice a lot. And I'm a mini say me
SOMPA 93.1.
It me one day me Juma Christmas 24th night. Any 31st. Days be a America taxi. Unyeska 24th night. Me Juma sa me $560. Me straight 24 hours. But the last hour we drew Boston Road and 168. And Senegal ni bi mistake obi fan black guy bi fan akwani see wo dwane ena oye mistake e see for me chasing na dem per mani pe
itio
yeah to kun me nam frɛ me di me phone frɛ we no e frɛ bi base na base no frɛ police say nipa ntia wa me ho po ya na and me say yeah, $568 a day is good money and I'm there me ko park me car ti my first house East Legon Ambassadorial Enclave
SOMPA 93.1
me tree taxi and I'm the better if you know
SOMPA FM
and Mr. Father because Mr. Father so so yani one sieska or pension Jubilee House baby a French embassy no one a ho soldier for na net you know a ho na Mr. Father the last place of the call pension the one day Azuma Nelson on the ball boxing on the boss your friend Asa Mr. Asa
SOMPA 93.1
and in your phone call say your two Mr. Father and me mommy ya pack you me go up on the veranda so
SOMPA FM
na new W Oba is coming to take over. Once your pension kwa won't go ni baby. Timothy and Anna, fortunately, a brony be no free dumosia. A friend Fred Mensa. So, no liquor shop, yeah. Baby a ton sans hard, you know, in San Roding, America for friend liquor shop. Enna. Me call the honor go to Azuma Nelson the manager Mr. Asa na me come asem chire no to ohwe me age no ni scanner me board you that time some was $16,000 me pese me talk diamond man but me obi a me de be so na my year calculations he was impressed with me no oji scanner no kurani odi no krenso okwa odi mi maame anim ekohwehwe dan ni bi na $24,000 till April 17th the year 1986 I'm talking first house $24,000 edima ame maame so ehon na ebiesa hwe baby a station so wura under bridge no
yeah
now turn right so about police station baby executive club
yeah
street near that left and sana police station if you a copy end of the street men am j street light edge ensure a call because now a bush that lane is me two houses no because still am my mama me papa tio two not Dr. Preku and so tio but am j light edge ensure a course our line is you know life has not been easy what do I say obi wa also me person me here can Agyapong ko bokro no enye fast life I have built my capital over the years and businessmen coming to why businessmen if he say metimi aye adwuma no and I'm part of them and I know the problems that they are going through. In fact, now my SMN come with but Odia Bay Mamin come. Yeah, it's so sad. Ghana, Yamobo, I will hope. That is why everybody listening to me should vote for me. MPP for more mistake. Let's change this. What do you see? And now I'm no say Ghana revenue for last week. And mommy letter. Freya so more office be war standard authority building fish where they're from near standard authority. Yeah, shippers authority.
Yeah, Ghana shippers.
Building and no more. From when you letter. You call your coffee letter. Yakoya steel planter misia meanwhile about 65% complete, you know. Ghana Revenue actually me letter said they want to go and audit me. And then they went there.
Audit you.
Yes.
Still
yes.
You are no TV so.
Yes. Where are you? Yeah.
Audited there.
I don't know what they're going to do. Because me a Ghanaian. Me a Ghanaian, I'm a businessman. Tia sia kura se Ghanaian wo adwini sei. E bia dwuma emma ni nua Ghanaian enya bia. Enne 10 o'clock. Enipa miensa from Ghana Revenue Authority. Eko di ticket na Agyapong. Omo akọ no mo niewu. Oti ase sa ahoya no. Emma Ghana for businesses enkoso. That is what I stand for. We have to promote Ghanaian businesses. We have to encourage Ghanaians to make money and expand their businesses. What you say? Mozanti ebiem, ayura husem biem a esiye. Enra. Eye ashama asema esiye mene committee chairman.
That's right.
Yeshia a soldier phone paying for the minister. Then my wife kept calling. Wafra na me excuse you na me ya another and guasesem biem ni say Ghana immigration akosti plant ho India for no a wo mo fixing machines wo makochi wo.
Ha! Jesus Christ.
Na Canada pompo a wo ye MPP empanfo yi bi mponi o. Na ordinary Ghanaian. So I know the problems Ghanaian businesses are going through. I know why we are not doing well as a nation. Because a country where we only give priority to foreigners against our own citizens, that must change.
Honorable Shese Tinubu, Nigeria for to Abamano, and now call Olumelu, the Nigerian mogul,
Right.
Okosrano, or call Munyinaso, President-elect, no.
Yes.
Or call Olumelu, Akosrano, he spent a night with him. Obeso hu adia obe take you over obetima ya mano wakase obeko dangote ho obeko $10 wako dangote wako almost omo ye mpanifo omo employ Nigerians mo adwuma no. The president elect has visited all of them. What is this?
Last week me costo me one your friend say omo nya letter say Ghana Revenue say omo de oma konwe besi ho ahwe fish do am ton a day. Oh yeah, and let me state it clearly. Me matra ehunahuna. They cannot, I repeat, they cannot use the system to intimidate me. Now it's so sad for me to make this statement. Here, Rollins Abreso, Bibi Ajuma. President Kufu Abreso, Bibi Ajuma. Atamils Abreso, Bibi Ajuma. Eya Mahama Abreso, Bibi Ajuma. I never went through any of this harassment. I'm sad. I have to tell you the truth. I have never gone through harassment and intimidation as a Kufuado government. I'm a MP for 6 consecutive terms. Me be a Juma. Na me say Juma. Obi a meti obi comment say ni mados into ombefun. Me baby a me president I will go and work for me. I have a lot of businesses for them to work.
To baby any no.
No. But this is the frustration I'm going through for setting up businesses to create employment.
For Ghanaians.
Yes. So, businessmen, any woman at say, minimum because I'm going through it. And yet, top here, Kofa and then coming come away.
Yeah.
Because I'll face them squarely. And the third part is more Ghana revenue for Momo Jiji bribe. Omo ya me there omo. may expose Ghana revenue because we should not be intimidated by any institution in this country. We should not. Institutions should work. Systems should work. We don't have a problem. But say what Ghana for? Utu anisi Ghana for so be guo modjuma. What kind of people and black people yeah. Momo di adwuma ma obia omu wo office building bia omu si wo kanda ho. Contractors they charge them 10%. Ghana revenue. Adi ami be ye wo mu. Omu fi say me be president inti and say hunu e koso amenka meka upa men to mame. Because I'll live for the rest of my life. And I stand for the youth of this country because the future belongs to them. If we allow these things to go on, there is no future for any young man. If we allow these things to go on, there's no future for business people, Ghanaians. Mimiti ho. Opinion Indian is able to call custom commissioner. I don't even know the custom commissioner's number.
3.1.
And I don't intend to know.
Okay.
Because I'll do the right thing.
All right.
But you see, in the businessman for one, they say, almost the bogus law be on the bar say, almost betra use cars, any parts, any one. So they met me at Tema. I'm going to say how. Yeah, was so I'm here no kureni. Mami more honorable chairman Sabu Swabaso. He did well. Enya me any honorable chairman sa. And come by implement this our law no.
2012 cars need the work.
And I mean on by and bisa question say. Anya bi man ko school enu akiri. Asin dom pim LA middle school. Enti America Ford brand new no mo ye no. Mo patch there say yen ton use car ho ana. Yen ton scraps ho ana. Why do you give us a condition? Say before I set up this company manufacturing just we use cars what's stop. Look at the number of people who go magazine. Look at the number of people who go aboso kan. You going to collapse their business? My question is, brand new cars, first, per capita income of every Ghanaian. A man entimi afford a brand new car. What you say? And compulsory, everybody should buy a brand new car. That is not the approach. They make a honorable chairman as a leader. One more. Who to me say Alan, finance minister. One anybody responsible. Oma yoma gwinsi enko position if you implement this law. Leader, if we allow parliament to pass this we are finished. In fact, I catch them say beginning nenka or support, but we shall CD depreciation the amount of CDs also the Kotosa account he disagrees. That is how come we suspended it. So they see Agyapong as somebody who knows their problem and who is ready to solve their problems for them. That is why the businessmen are all rooting for me.
Abon sia pound meter dianai yene honorable Canada compre Agyapong ewo efia ha twetwe nkomo. Honorable yenhwe mabunu and your passion that says Ghana first. Dientina the bia ukasa nyina o se Ghana first and the youth. Ghana first, the youth.
Medewase. O mind bia ni mind money man for any do any tema enya proud say omu frisa kuru o mind no enye ye. Look, when we are talking to an American, even Ghana near wakoye American citizen is so proud to hold American passport. Ghana monhwade bogus decisions, and I wonder those who sit there and take such decisions. Say a whole Ghana passport. Musi yakotwa baye me emfa Ghana passport nto. We've lost our identity to national identification. What?
So you are against this?
I am
Ghana
against
card
it.
this-
I am against it. I am against it. So a whole nationality. A dear Netimima me who said me a Ghana me. I am a passport. Now we are saying, say, we will not even be allowed to use our passport because certain number of people are homonya Ghanaians are holding it. The same applies to national identification. A lot of people are holding it. Homonya Ghana for. What you say? So Ghana first means we have to be proud. Say you're Ghanaians. So we are proud of Ghana. Omebo Ghana Krono. Ube you yem ayejuma. And what I stand for, the Ghana first now will work. P, patriotism. H, honesty. And D, discipline.
So that's the PhD.
Yes, if you love Ghana and will be Ghana first, this three is enshrined here. Your fourth one, but I know the beba, from pragmatism. But now all the Kamwa and money yet till my short term PhD. Ghana first because Uko Germans they are proud to be Germans. Holland for are proud. Italians are proud. Even Africa here, Nigerians and South Africans, they believe in themselves. What about Ghana? Enam adwuma endiha. Enam ateti tisania GR for the yeminti. Ghana ni na mompeso obeka so Ghana ni. Because I'm frustrated. So we should prioritize say a country no yeni baby ako. Some people have sacrificed their lives in America to make America a better place for yani ani atisa dan ya usho ye. Nyame ye ya dom kodu America ene ya beye odefo. Why can't we do same for our young men and women that are coming? Enuti meni abre no. Because why I believe in the youth. Obanyini. Whoever thought say akola na odwaria bontin eti sefie wom enne me ba hwe nipa dodo a etwa bontin etwen kai hu say any child or youth given opportunity will probably do better than niamaye
opportunity
yesu no me krom me pentokwa ntini aframe say obi kura fi say jema akwa we de na dwene ni ho me ofa ba ko afen wawu me na ye come up because he was the only person who believed in me. Yeah. Me krom for efni bi o me oh wa ma just I didn't free Kumasi by no onye papa nti ne ko ne din nti no. You see ne nyame through hard work and God's grace. Sa na mrantie ni mabawa wo Ghana ha if we give them opportunity. Me a champa breso. Miti edibuame. That's why I believe in free SHS. Nana Kufuor. I got the scholarship from that village, remotest year. Na kani ni ho. Ensio ni ho. Ye konsuom ni akudware. I got the scholarship to go to Asane College. It's an opportunity. A champion pa. Ni asu e soja ni o mu kika ne ho nsem tutu ni din bebre. Na no ne nsanu adwuma bi na ti hane.
Yes.
Enti akwana no wote dompem. Yesi na adwene nye no. And our president. Let's give opportunity to the youth. That's why I believe in the youth. Because the future of this country belongs to them. But they don't consider the youth. Yeah, because I want you to Obi a university or tifie 6 years on your Jumata. How is he going to be proud of Ghana? What do you say? What has gone wrong? And unemployment is so high in this country. We need to create jobs So GRFWA, you should promote Ghanaian businesses instead of collapsing Ghanaian business. Promote Ghanaian businesses so that we can employ more unemployed graduates. But the policy is to destroy Ghanaian businesses. You are creating unemployment.
That's true.
What do you say? So me call a brem. And your mama fam and a mommy believe in the youth to say if we give the youth opportunity, they will change this country, especially this time. Technology abe. The way these young men and women are doing things are completely different from ours. So, it is a America and now Germany. Obi a sacrificing a life to make Germany a better place right after the Second World War. And mami African ako enjoy. Abraham Lincoln a build America. And mami African mako enjoy. And not my bad politician. Why don't I build my country? Why?
Makes a lot of sense.
Why don't I build my country? For Ghanaians, for the youth, also to get jobs. Whether they are auditing, whether they are collapsing their business, I swear to God, Ghana Revenue Authority can never collapse my business because I'll fight. I'll fight for the youth of this country. Because that steel plant alone will take 1,000 workers. And we are going there because Kwame Agyapong is a loud mouth. Because he wants to contest in the Ubegumejuma. I'm being nice and charitable to Npp. They shouldn't dare me. They shouldn't dare me. Anybody. I will feel say me contest binti Ubegumejuma. I will finish the party. The things I will say, the things I know that I've kept quiet. Master, what I've gone through from January till date, Npp for Munti and ye, I've been nice. I've been very, very nice. Basa will say, Enipa bakunti ubegumejuma megu Npp. Misromo. All right. Na mi body opesi na mi di. Inti ahin pa na me bre wo wiase. All right. Sabu begumejuma.
Ano we yanko anim. The word discipline. E kan wa yi ne ho. Ghana forecast and say utie ye de radio so calls ne ba. Almost say they see you as the one that can put discipline in Ghanaians. Why so?
Ebe nyonko no. Oye adwuma mamia. Wa anye ni ya me yiwati. Be yiwati. Osofo be pacho mempene, politician be pacho mempene, businessman be pacho mempene, me uncle be pacho mempene. Me you. If you say ahemfo be pacho a menya.
And they are all clapping.
If he say, abrochire na ye koye no. Ye yi ye di wadwuma emua. Obi me patch o my. If I say 8 o'clock, everybody should report. You dance and report. 8 sharp. One strike. Na a comedian be di one grow. Or say, they say one strike. You are what?
You are out.
One sack. I was one mistake, one sack. Opanyini. Abrochire oba ewa. Bosumi ayi na watwe mienu miensa na ode no ba ko babysitter. Emirika wodi eko adwuma. Aha waje 3 months na watifie. Minim company bia Ghana ha. Did 3 times a day. Free.
SOMPA 3.1.
Ghana. Me medjuma. Did 3 times a day. The best that you say, ube subsidize once a day krama o.
Wow, be share once a day subsidize.
Who subsidize o koto biane na say 10 cedis a company ni betua 5 or no 5. But enye say breakfast, lunch, dinner. Enye juma. ya ka se bradwuma 8 o'clock or bradwuma 8 o'clock. I'm an example. Last 2 weeks me be Kumasi ha. And I me call Enkra. Anopa first flight in Timiso, me kope breakfast. Ewo holiday in na mano edru. We did mano. Then I got the call. Twaso. If I crash and say, Muntie ni. Omi ya juma wo wholesaler or ton provisions normally nyoma rice there. And a manager no ono hwa adwuma no so no. Ama akola ba ko ne driver akofa emo ne tina pa ne yi no akoton am obi. And we de 1,200 aba manager no. Na manager na fa 700. And one more 300 say na 1,300 no fa 7. O mo 300. And na company no eguo. Okofa auditors buy. Ye no aboka 1.2 million. No ochire manager. Ochire na fe obobo omu nyina dim. Enti obisa me nadwene say okoko me se men kire me court kro because o kire me a meba ho. Abeka kire judge say wo wafra me a confess. Yemfa untum.
You told him?
Ah, I'm sorry. The same day, many me yire nam me ka kire say o corrupt. O free America buy. Now a very principle. But they say we're corrupt. You know why my wife is corrupt? Opanyini yati airport ha. Maami bi odidi no hwemanim owie no nya kukuduro no ba oni honorable kana Agyapong nam say yes. And was wo to Canada, Calgary. Me edin komona no say Ghana hadia na ekosi. We need you because nya ekoso na time na experience bi obenya. Ne nyonko ba ayare. Odine call hospital. Oniska nurse ne say 250. Muntie ne ye. Mo sorry am say politicians na ye. Mo amugina bontin, mo amutia. Ye nyina we are all corrupt and we have to change. Maame no catch me say nurse ne gini 250. Oje 250 no amana receipt of 50 cedis. Then she started arguing with her say, how come you've taken 250 from me and given me 50 cedis? Watch 100 move 5. Or no for 4 and one ma buy 1. Who we are? No have a catch them say politician. Or you corrupt. Enti why I know some you didn't me very well. Why I'm so corrupt? Why na me be some how many question leading ones. Now obobo. Everybody a me yire catch them say mo on hospital. Now you see, we also you corrupt. Ose mo on hospital ni njirem. Enka nem betina he ya mebo hospital ni din e wo Kumasi ha. Ba me yire amana am njirem. I'm saying, how do you change it? Who sorry a person be first lady? Me pam wontem. With this attitude, who approach na akotena ya, who rise by director, our risk department, or budget, $500 million. Control. Is that the same attitude? And how do you? Obi 250 cities at Echo Hospital. Nurse not for 200.
Not 50.
Not 50. Obi challenge na ohumi bomba mania. Na me yira bona no say mo onganjire. Me so we corrupt. Na maame so wa no adana no na hospital no kura me nka na so who educated woman like you from Calgary. Kai hospital no ya jiwe because me yira ka je say akwa we die wo tie nsem nyina obekwa koka wo. Me ma ye nipa boni for speaking the truth. Because ono fa 400 200 ne kwa 50 no enso enuro to ana to maintain the hospital obaba bebo politicians itiri so meanwhile ni suban enema hospital no egu that kind of discipline ada beto ama kan Agyapong so president pe Ghana ni bia bese sanadwen
and they will change too.
Oh yeah, they will change. You see, we should love our country. We should love our country. That's the only way we can build it. Na country, foreigner buy investment, your money tax rebate. Ghana need a investment, even bigger than the foreigner there when your tax rebate. Why? Don't you go town who say country be anywhere, the citizens know, and your first, except Ghana. That is why I'm saying, say, we need discipline. Ghana, me see the tourism.
Yeah, I was going to go there.
Ghana, Efi, robbers, any Efia ebu faso. If you say odo, enemu, kanu we ebia nemu ngomu tu robber egu. Hwe, una mabonti nanu yako Algeria. Robber ba kukura da form. Into Algeria form ye nipa che. We are allowed obia nom nsuo wo robber ma no wato atwene form. And we feel say e normal. Ukoka kura se omfa onu benya gas asa didi watem. That will change. Now uba Garden City near Chiro say Garden City. Why Kumasi was named Garden City? You will see. In Ria ye be dua ha. What do you say? I have a lot of ideas. Cultural center. Opposite no first na omusie ahimfubio said na wo ho ne ebemu ni nyina should be museum tourist that people should go there. Oko honorable chairman's constituency here. Bremai. What you say people should go there and then me free elimina na no pay Ghana needs remnibia or Worcester. Now the 16 students abba no ma ko elimina Castle ako Cape Coast Castle. At least over the whole 2 days, they are spending money. Tourism. What are we doing in this country? Why in the Beko Beach? Emra Udru James Tower. The most expensive land on earth is beachfront. Your Tom Ponchi. How? And Ponchi. Me true. 1 second. Now, me too. Me kope baby am first. And yes, I'm by any two said Sebi Abuabi. No, that I don't believe in that. You be true. You be my baby atna. One kotna. God knows I've done my part. Will clear you. You be clean here, Purumunyina, build the nice for tourists to come here, for young men and women to get jobs. That is what we have to do as a nation. About 366 kilometers. We are not making good use of it. Give me a chance and you see.
Agriculture,
my brother. I feel the 5 northern regions should have about 50% of all agro industries in the country. The nature of the land, the way it's here flat. And yes, sir. Me kwa na mkache say na motia mu kura saasi we osi nyankopon po ase ahiam what granity na ahiam for this land what we can do na na desert is kura yedua rice. What is wrong with this black people? I'm going to use 5 northern regions to feed the whole Africa. Akrache Fono and he talks big. I do things big. And that's the only way we can move this country. In your marketing, let's use Afram Plains, Accra Plains, and 5 northern regions to feed Africa. Let's challenge ourselves. I know because South Africa na usha farms efekeke. Na no me ba call no akogina ayibro from say, "Eish. Me wo farms bi mu wa ha." Kronstadt say me call baby a friend Kronstadt. Enyuma say farms pa. Amu catch Ghana for Ghana catch them say a bro 365 days. Anytime be a open bro be South Africa. That is what we have to do. Yeah, ukosrowa you share butter. yɛte hɔ ɛma aborɔfo ɛna ɛbɛsesa share butter no Ghanafoɔ ne sesa na ɔmo de akɔguo ɔmo package a na aborɔfo na bɛfa are we down ɛnɛ Mr. Kwame Owusu me campaign manager ne ba enkenten keke enkenten ɛna ɔde ayɛ millionaire wakɔfa frafrafoɔ abegu enkran wa bie factory every week one you kura 3 4 40 containers 40 footer containers ɛkɔ Amazon.
Whoa.
Yes, Kwame Owusu amene na moya ne ba correct. Owie University of Pennsylvania Ivy League School Law School Oba Ghana ha behwa wo baby ana papa te no Vice President Aliu Mahama come to me so baby now hwe de wo mo wini kenten na ogino say ami sad we eno na Amazon opese opass onioma ekoye here so let me and why is kani tam what you say so we need men and women with vision. Enya brofo na maka no and the interest rate mo ye interest rate and the interest rate is 54%. Agroni from let's build industries. Let's promote Ghanaian businesses. Instead of undermining Ghanaian businesses, let's promote them. Yeah? Every country in the world is the entrepreneurs who creates job.
Now okay. Net omokoto ye.
Yeah.
Ewa pum.
Epum efimpa. Enam omuchi ye no he. Ade omuchi ye no epum. Efimpa.
Sakumo no potemo.
You know, and you know frefrem. What do you hear? Me nitro. My yam research. Nyina na minim what is good for Ghana, and that is why my yes say wenko and Tinubu is my turn to make a difference
SOMPA 3.1
in this country. It's my turn to make a difference, and I will turn this country around within 2 years for you to see. With patriotism, honesty, and discipline, who need IMFO. Now, President and head of state be me penasem me isune Agyapong.
Yes.
Pragmatism.
Yes.
I say wala tu wala sa nipa ba kwe wuti ase. On say ene ya ofiri hoyi. Ghana won koti gata no ma no mo tu agu esoro no. Ensuo to ya na sa akogu.
O se wa tu na wasa.
Agyapong say utu edigu ansa fa firi ho. Wala tu na wala sa. Yes. Yes. And we're corny, no. Wara tu wara sa nipa baako. So, operation feed yourself. Oba asen dump ma eme she trousers no ma she shorts ka ho obi akurante kan na bus si yo. No mo kofo akwadwuma. State farms. Aye den na se nneema we nyina. Yentimi am build it on it. I'm gonna say, let us start again. So agro-processing. Yet ya ton cocoa. Cocoa. And then in Ninara. Cocoa just cause syndication. And son woman is cabe. How? How let's ask them and the more casa cocoa na maton muniska. Mo be tua akuafo ka na motimi store cocoa no for higher price na da bia mo ma abrofi detect how much they will buy your cocoa gold so we South Africa they will use minerals develop South Africa Ghana ha obi to gold no ye ma hikura ni abrofo no o Ghana for there although mu says you o friend galamsey Mumisa and painful mu Ghana has said new montahino mutua Emma Ghana. We want to know. We want to know. On the helicopter be see every week. Yes, it's a gold. Who watches them? Ghana government. How do you know how much gold you get out of that? Come here into media can movie say me president didn't even Ghana. Does it make sense to you? Say also gold. Would you cut oil? Gold for oil. Why don't you sell your gold, make the money and go and buy the oil, and go through a middleman? Me man go school, but economics in a gumitri mo keke. Man go school. Simple things that we can do, and I'm surprised. You see, we have the men. We are hailing this. We are hailing gold for oil. Jesus Christ. We need to move. Move. Adia, no more ye good in this small scale. One more year in the sank. But we go to gold. Gold in cry, film to free galam safe. And the new more to for any Anglo gold, any one. What are they doing?
SOMPA 3.1.
The country is sick. And we need a bitter pills for us to get healed.
All right, we enter video 2007 with.
If it's going to be like the gold we have in this country, then I think it's a misblessing.
What is that supposed to mean?
Misblessing in the sense that then we are even better off not even discovering this oil.
How can you say that?
Yeah, I'm saying that because I want the government to negotiate well. We have gold in this country. Now we've sold everything to foreigners. I want the government to come. I challenge my own government. Let them come out and tell us openly if we are benefiting from gold in this country. And I will challenge them anytime, any day, that we are not benefiting from gold in this country. Look at the rate at which they are degrading our lands in this country. And Parliament, I should be ashamed of myself that I also voted 3%. 3%.
That's the royalty. You're referring to the royalty.
Yeah, 3% to government. I am ashamed of myself, but I'm confident talking about it because I criticized it. How can the whole 230 parliamentarians will sit there and approve that whatever Newmont is going to do in this country, Ghana government is going to make 3%?
Is that the case?
My brother. And last year, they made about $340 million, and about 9.2, 9.3 came to government. Do you think we need that in this country? Go and see what they are doing over there. The rate at which they are degrading our land for 9%.
But they say you don't have the equipment, you don't have the capital. What do you
My brother, if you don't have the equipment and you don't have the capital, you still have the natural resources that they need. So you have to bargain well. You see, my leaders or some ministers who come with another school of thought and tell you that, look, we are making, they pay taxes, this and that, corporate tax. If I declare that I made 20 million, then you're going to tax me on it. If I come and tell you 1 million, that's what you're going to tax me on it.
Or you can say you didn't make any money at all.
I didn't make money at all. So what are you telling me? Are you quantifying that? So now, I am saying the oil is a misblessing in the sense that I want my government to go out there and negotiate well. Although they are bringing the equipment, heavy duty equipment that are expensive, no doubt about it. But they should also bargain. At least 35, 65. 35, 65 should not include taxes, corporate taxes. Our share. If they don't want it, they should leave it. At least we've been able to survive to date.
And then you'll sit on it.
Yeah, we sit on it. Yeah, but what difference does it make if we have gold here and we don't even have gold refinery here? We don't have diamond, nothing. So does it make a difference to you? When you go to South Africa, you see difference with their gold, what they've done.
All right. So 60 years ago, you said this.
Yeah, 2007. Yes.
16 years ago.
Yeah.
And we are still living in the same soup. Now, it shows your consistency.
Yes.
So, the same thing.
Until we
called
change.
honesty.
The day that will change means Ghana has changed too. And yes, I see because I've seen 3 days ago, it starts with B. One Asian country, beer. Almost gold, coal, and copper. A developed country. Now, as when Asia, I'll get the. I don't want to mention the so I saw it, CNN. Then I reflected soberly, say, what is wrong with us as black people? What is wrong with us? Say 10% oil, and say we didn't negotiate well. Maybe an arms woman and for more. Because at the end, nature say you too oil. At the end, power nature say you too oil. Mekayo, any empty. But that time I'm a fine boy. They said they were back or crack.
That time we a farm boy. I was fluent as a fantastic.
You know, Ghana, we have the natural resources. We need honest leaders. We need honest citizens. Not only leaders. We are all part of the problem. We should begin to think, say, ye pese Ghana ye nyina yensesan ya dwene. Na ye move Ghana. Politicians alone cannot do it. Here na no ade tantan bi am hu video bi. Em se circle ho ba bi o. Enna squatters a omo ahihye omo nyoma ene ayi wo ho a. Omo be development wo ho no. Squatters don't have a right. A blocku grader no a ebegwisu omumpene. What kind of system is this? Amu de dadie nanim wonfa wo muso. This same person oko Dubai, oko China, odru airport wo pa na madwene no asesa. He conforms with the rules and regulations of that country. But hadie ofi se ne opebi oso otumi da fom se omma yen clear ho. Can you do that in China?
No, you dare not. You will not.
Can you do that in Dubai? Can you do that in England? Can you do that in US? Why say untumi nya ho de ahade ofu se oso ye? You see, it cuts across. Ghana for omako sua bibi kura free abrochire no. Oduru Heathrow Airport, he conforms to the rules and regulations of immigration or the country. Of America, he conforms. Oduru Ghana Kotoka Airport to pa office Emrano should be different. Now the same ekono onya kukuduro mpo any immigration officer wo UK enko but Oduru Ghana fe no okontokwa. Yes. So we have to conscientize Ghanaians and change our mindset if we want to develop. And we need bold leaders who will call a spade a spade. What you say? Adi enye adi eye yemfa move o mine. Na nyesa no mo ba ya beto na nsesam kiramo I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Kwatrikwa say obema ntuma tie ni den. All the candidates on beba nyina mumisa wo mu delegates mumisa wo say anya biai be man munyamfo a meme bati fia onya adwuma nye na so oba be man adwuma ye wan kasa wabra bom enipa dodo san ene wa ma wo ma adwuma ye.
That's $1 million question.
What you say? Bisano also oba mu adwuma ye o bisanse ena wotu a okura position kese no enipa dodo san ene wa ma wo ma adwuma ye. For him now to come and tell you, say, give me opportunity and I'll create job for it. Or to our core cabinet, where who? Say, Ghana, former auntie, and Mabawa, and Yejuma. Where who? And then Umbeka say, Umu Pepos, say, they will create jobs for you. At least, media. I don't think Omario Magni say, the Ghana revenue, a better time. Mecca da, Mensasayu. What's me your presidential and my presidential? Me your presidential don't just say no kuransuma menga. No kuransuma menga. My presidential Say we are first, but but we should be bold to speak the truth in the interest of our country. That is the only way we can develop. And yes, sir, there be a young your own country. So we shall Malcolm, we shall Palace, we shall Numa Cassia Kosua. Ghana for Yansu Suba Binti. And I'm a one take over businesses. But India near Bahabe Yajumeniska. Lebanese near Bahabe Yajumeniska. Chinese near Bahabe Yajumeniska. Natural say Ghana in here.
It's true. It's true.
Ghana in here. Inti Yansu Yabetimia Yajumano and Yeska. But I can't hear my munu. A binu yas a Ghana for Jumota woman. Two Ghana for Nankasansu, Yenya Krono Bok Ewo Jumam. India for no all positions are a war a Juanmoa, a Yesica Sam, managerial Ibian, the India for another show. Because all my experience over the years, will be a human far Ghana for Ghana for we are woman, Como Juma Ebu, Tiene, Oma Kofa, woman call for.
And the unfortunate thing is, honorable, and the Ghanaian businessmen prefer the general manager and accountant. I have friends from Malaysia,
yes.
Any Indians, my accountants, no general managers. Ghana. Ghana new.
Cratchy, what question where they are high? Housemates. And a Ghana former Ecofa and Mafri Vietnam. Yes, because of honesty. Because of honesty. And the general manager and cry the work with you. Me say na Ghana for omu pet nkofo ahwe omu ma a bibi wo omu nsem no om kofa hokwo no ba and o ma
obaso obedi no kre.
Yes, that is where our problem is. Inti aban no esesa ni suban no yeni anso yensesa ni suban. This is the only way we can move the nation. Inti yeah, baby, I walk up here. Mumia Morgana for artisans, say welders, mechanics, and you need to go to the steel plant and see.
Ghana for
what? Bibi here. India for ni jina and watch and put this one here. Na Ghana need a show no welding. Put this one here, no welding. One of the shirts there.
SOMPA 3.1.
When you one be omoye no. Would him say Lebanese ni na beje contract no. Ono beje yen because Ghana ni na yes adwuma we nyina. Na ye pen intemti ye de ma Lebanese ni. O charge me o wie ye no Ghana fo nko na adwuma ozi hoda. But enam so Lebanese ni nti Ghana fo no eye adwuma. Basa make na Agyapong enam de adwuma ni man ni director enko onye. But ukopa ne boys no hihye equipment no wow, we are good. So as a businessman, what I've come to realize is say we lack supervision. The managerial level, there's a stopgap that we have to fill. It means good managers are Ghana benya ebe fan into my prefera. Here, me ye juma we Ghana ni ba ase dompem this year. Na what to a near si me hu se obese. And now kwa woman yewu. Ka ha we na make can share we say. Ghana phone kwa na fix it. Hwe say obi test roll. Also obi test roll.
Yes.
Lebanese ni na age contract on see ho. But Ghana phone na shisha de niya. It means we are good.
Giving the opportunity.
Giving the opportunity, but we need supervision. We need managers. Ya dia mu we nyina watu ni nyina Ghana ni na two we no. But the ba we hu say India for no and a fixing machine. Of course, I know the woman a building no dia bent Ghana phone in me. Now me say me for boy back HND from wa say you should go and understudy them into oni omun koye adwuma. Na won hwe
from wa.
Yeah, diwaba. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. And so no home minister on best.
Okay. I was here for Yeah, they be see and I'm in same way. Honorable Nkomodema no Drew may be out of passion. He says, say if MPP dares you, immediately I try to social media. And I will collapse NPP if they dare me.
Yeah, I repeat, let me throw one. Opa, woman koso, so mube. Now woman catch them place on Begumejuma, and I'm ready for them. Don't worry about it. Niazi mi throw one. Opa, woman try say Begumejuma. You see what will happen. Now woman says can go go abroad. Yegumejuma. Me and me this category high juma. Hey, Debbie, woman po mu wasem.
Okay, I was here for the Juma de Bessia. Nipa dom or former percent. Omo Asia honorable na omonino edin komo Ghana my this is the man Kennedy Agyapong today honorable yes sports Ghana there na woman sports transikakra na bisrewa trans Bruno any of these people to sports Padaroma na yemfanwie
yes sports there me feel say and no the only a year to the unity a Bagana who NDC who NPP who CPP you see Ghanaians a sport the fee said we should encourage them, we should promote sports in this country now anya kra no omu free mu ekobo outside the amount of money they make to come home and do business no yet now so many years are intiminya into yourself sapphire not a year as so more replicating no baby baby
or more academies no
right a training young ones no what do you say a training young ones
a bit more of export
right now any more of export as such but obia ni mbobo local body when your opportunity no go outside yes on your opportunity now occur outside yes indeed I believe in them. I believe in sports, especially the unity at the back Ghana indeed I say promote to sports in the woman chance nearby I'll make sure say sports there all over the country and yet a woman kwa and a discover a young woman kwa and a discover. I believe in sports.
A quick one. Obi might be our young or be a delegate. Onim Canada Japan contribution to MPP. Ebi Makabi. Wow.
Obeying.
Yes.
Maka. Onipan wo huna. So be it. So be it. I've done a lot for this party. Nti obi a osi wo hu na wo nam diabolic any you know why I made that statement Enra minister bi omunka eno so omunko twanto so minister bi ni me kasa so you are going to be Peter Obi meaning the youth supports you but you won't win.
SOMPA 93.1
Tinubu, the system Buhari never supported Tinubu.
Yeah.
But he won.
Yeah.
What do you say?
The last time I was a son, Nigeria, Naira, no
Buhari, and you want a whole president who vote to win or the trade. So a minister now catch them say, me Peter Obia, be it. I can be Tinubu, I can be Peter Obi. And you me a clean campaign. Obi obe wuni biani enyina support. But if you look at me and tell me say you are going to be Peter Obi, omunde me ask me slow. They say orchestrated the you to destroy me business. NPP, I repeat, let them dare me and you will see what will happen. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of NPP. If they dare me, so obegu medjuma. Brahma brewo wiase. Me be Johnny NPP. E sika e topic up some mamu na mimi hunti ubegu no because nipa da sane bi apaso India let them try it GR4 bribe o mu gie Any palm John bribe me, I'm the baby out. Now the last question I asked, and he said, GRA 40 bribe 10% and taxes say no to bribe us.
Okay. And on this note, we draw the curtain on today's program. I was here for Medimusi Animo. Yeah, Daniel Huamba, na Jumedia Akano, Atwaso, Eddie Amamo. Bedini Omahi Odubuache, Makramo.
Hey, Sawa, Eddie Swede go free Jimun.
Offer. Nani Abasuye.
Sesano kura. Namu yusu kanjen alkaline water. Ye go free Jimu dia acid wompa.
Aha. You're watching Gravitas with me, Molly Gambhir. Here's a look at what's lined up for you on the show tonight. Story tonight is about a diplomatic coup, one that could change the dynamics in West Asia. China has played peacemaker in West Asia. It has brokered talks between Iran and Saudi Arabia. Two sworn enemies are set to put their differences aside. What do these developments mean for the region? What does this mean for America's so-called dominance in the region? What does it mean for India? Tonight on Gravitas, we decode the biggest global development of the day. Also on the show for you tonight, we tell you about a murky alliance between the Chinese Communist Party, the Italian mafia and Russian oligarchs. It is a network involving underground banks. We tell you more. India has reported its first H3N2 influenza deaths. The virus has killed 2 people as the country tackles a rise in flu cases. The Taliban governor has been killed in a blast. We tell you about the rise of extreme forces in the country. The discovery of a game-changing room temperature superconductor, a breakthrough claim that has far-reaching implications for the energy crisis and the fight against climate change. We begin the show tonight with a breakthrough story that could prove to be a turning point in West Asia, a story that could change the region's geopolitical dynamics. This is what I am talking about. Iran and Saudi Arabia, 2 sworn enemies, are now friends again. That's right. The 2 arch rivals have agreed to mend ties and put their differences aside after 7 years of hostility. This is a huge development with far-reaching implications. And what makes it even more interesting is the country that has brokered this truce. China. Riyadh and Tehran are normalizing their relations as part of an agreement mediated by Beijing. According to reports, talks between the 2 sides had been ongoing in Beijing since the 6th of March. And 4 days later, these talks have proven fruitful. And how? This is what Iran's state news agency has said, citing a joint statement. I'm quoting, as a result of the talks, Iran and Saudi Arabia agreed to resume diplomatic relations and reopen embassies within 2 months. After implementing the decision, the foreign ministers of both the countries will be meeting to prepare for the exchange of ambassadors. This agreement, if it comes to a conclusion, could have wide-reaching implications vis-à-vis Iran's nuclear deal and the civil war in Yemen, where the two sides are locked in a proxy war. But the biggest highlight of the story is China's involvement. Its role as a broker, as a peacemaker, is striking to say the least. It could strengthen China's diplomatic position further simply because it has done something even America could not do. It has brought together the two biggest players in West Asia, two countries that until recently could not even see eye to eye. For decades, they have fought for dominance and waged proxy wars. And now, all of a sudden, they are trying to bury the hatchet. A couple of questions are bound to emerge here. What's behind the thaw between Iran and Saudi Arabia? What brought them to the negotiating table? Also, why were they fighting in the first place? Is their rivalry religious or political or both? And how will this latest development change the region? Let me start with the rivalry. The roots of Saudi Arabia's rivalry with Iran are often sought in a 1,000-year-old religious schism between Sunnis and Shias. The two main branches of Islam, Iran and Saudi Arabia, are on the opposing sides of this split. But it's important to not overstate this split because this rivalry is also political. Just have a look at the proxy wars. In Syria, Saudi Arabia backs the rebel groups. It provides them generous military and financial assistance. Iran does the opposite. It supports the Assad regime in fighting the rebel groups backed by Riyadh. In Lebanon, Iran supports the Hezbollah, a Shia militant group. Saudi Arabia, in fact, has for the longest time supported the Lebanese government to take on the Hezbollah. And then we have Yemen, where Iran supports the Houthi rebels, a Shia militia group fighting the regime. Saudi Arabia, along with a coalition of Arab nations, helps the regime strike the Houthis. And now that the two are about to become friends, all these campaigns could come to an end. The question is, why? What really led to this thaw? You see, Iran's reasons are largely economic. US sanctions are crushing its economy. Restoring ties with the second largest economy in West Asia will help Iran broaden regional trade, also reach out to several Sunni majority countries. For Saudi Arabia, the reasons are both economic and political. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is trying to diversify the economy. And remember, for that, he needs to change his country's image. A de-escalation with Iran could spell an end to the proxy wars and help MBS attract investments. He needs money to realize his much-touted Vision 2030. So at the end of the day, this warming up of ties is more about money than anything else. Whatever be the case, this development will have serious implications in West Asia. And to discuss this, I'm joined by Iran analyst and CEO of Karpo think tank, Adnan Tabatabai, along with foreign policy analyst Everett P. Joseph, a senior fellow at the Johns Hopkins University. Adnan, let me begin with you. What is your initial reaction to this huge development and the fact that China has made this possible, something that the US has not been able to do for the longest time?
Well, I have to say that the China dimension here is a big surprise, I have to admit. So what is not a surprise is that Iran and Saudi Arabia are finding a pathway towards resuming diplomatic ties and taking a further step towards rapprochement. We have had 3 years of talks being held in Iraq and Oman. So this process has been going on for quite some time. It started in April 2020. But apparently last year in fall, during Xi Jinping's visit to Saudi Arabia, and then later President Ibrahim Raisi's visit to China in February, this process of elevating these talks from a regional format being hosted by Iraq and Oman to a, let's say, global format by having China as the host of the finalization of this process, this has come as a surprise, I have to say. So this is the, let's say, surprising bit, while the essence of the news of today has been in the making for some time.
And it is a surprise that the U.S. will not be very happy about, Edward. What does this really mean for America's so-called dominance in this part of the world?
Again, but we need to really apply perspective on this before rushing to all sorts of conclusions. The U.S. role in the Middle East is one of American disinterest. The U.S. has been trying to move out and away from the Middle East for years, ever since the reaction to the Iraq War in the United States under President Obama, the famous pivot to Asia. This is the pivot to confront Chinese expansionism in Asia. So we have to put this in perspective. This isn't some kind of competition where the U.S. seeks greater influence in the Middle East and China has somehow elbowed it out. The U.S. has not. And that's number one. Number two is you have to remember that China and the United States do not approach the Middle East from the same standpoint. China doesn't care about what happens internally in these countries. China doesn't care that Iran kills protesters, peaceful protesters, perhaps even poisoning girls in schools. China doesn't care about that. China doesn't care that Jamal Khashoggi was murdered in a consulate, Saudi consulate in Turkey. So China operates on money. So as your report, as you yourself indicated, and so that makes things very easy. If you're operating purely on money, you can have strategic partnership with Iran. You can have great investment with the Saudis, and you have an entree. And it really, in fact, is sort of surprising that it's, in my view, that China has taken this long to really establish any type of political profile in the region, if we think about it. And the other thing is, of course, is the United States has no diplomatic relations with Iran. So since 1979, since the revolution. So again, we have to put this in perspective. The last thing we have to do is put in perspective about this famous breakthrough. Look, it's not for nothing that Saudi and Iran have had such tortured relations for the past years. It's not just some whimsical difference in personalities or something between Iranian and Saudi leaders. They have very sharp differences, and it remains to be seen whether an agreement brokered by China that probably has money attached to it will actually last. What will actually happen in Yemen? What will the Iranian role in Syria be? These are the types of roles that Iran has played that have threatened Saudi and threatened Saudi's Gulf neighbors and produced these tensions. So, yes, it's significant. I don't want to say it's not, but we have to keep this all in some kind of perspective before rushing to a conclusion that this is somehow kind of new geopolitical era that we're in. We're not yet there. Please.
Adnan, how do you react to that? And also, can you tell us more about what we know about what went on behind the scenes for this truce to really happen?
No, I think I would agree that we have to obviously wait and see. We have to wait and see whether the 2 months period that is outlined in the joint statement, which is a hell lot of time in this part of the world, a lot of things can happen. And if we look at some of the reactions to this piece of news, partly coming from DC, I'm not talking about officials here, I'm talking about some on the think tank scene, there will be states, there will be non-state actors that will, from today onwards, put every effort into trying to torpedo this because of their very own geopolitical interests. I do share the assessment that China doesn't care about internal affairs in this region, But if we're honest, the US doesn't either, as long as its regional or geopolitical interests are met. Even if you know who is the perpetrator behind a targeted killing abroad, is not going to be held. Relations to that country may be somewhat, I'm talking about Saudi Arabia here, maybe somewhat negative, but the partnership continues because of U.S. interests. And I'm not saying that it's an illegitimate thing to be interest-driven, but I would really say that, in fact, for China, it's of course economic interests, but it's also the issue of energy security. For China, it's crucial not to have a too explosive region in the Strait of Hormuz, in the Persian Gulf, to balance its relations to key energy suppliers in the region. So it's more than just economy, it's also security interests. I cannot speak about what has happened behind the scenes. I think that there will have been serious talks between Iran and Saudi Arabia about the different contexts, be it Yemen, be it Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon, where these two countries have had opposing interests. And your other guest is correct in saying this rivalry has been for a reason, and the competition and rivalry will continue. It's impossible to imagine these two not being rivals. But it is possible that there is a modus vivendi between them, that there are some arrangements, and maybe we can speak about the different countries and the contexts. But yeah, back to you.
Right, Edward, let me also ask you to just talk about the relationship between the two countries and why any change in this equation has serious and far-reaching implications for the entire region.
It has those implications precisely for the intro that you provided, the very comprehensive and accurate introduction that you provided. These are the two behemoths in the Middle East, Iran and Saudi Arabia. These are the two large dynamic force factors in the Middle East, and you correctly pointed out to the schism. There you have the Shiite Saudi schism, and you have a power schism here. Turkey, of course, is another, is the third power factor. But Turkey, again, a Sunni state like Saudi Arabia. And we have to understand another dynamic here that we cannot overlook. It cannot be overlooked in some type of popping champagne corks about diplomatic relations and things like this that cannot be covered. And that's Iran's nuclear program. The diplomatic relations will not eliminate Saudi concern over Iran obtaining a nuclear weapon. And anyone who thinks that, oh, well, gee, this China broker deal, again, no doubt financially driven because, again, China simply will not mention anything about human rights. And I have to differ slightly with the respected other guests that the United States does care about these issues. It balances its relationship with the Saudis, but President Biden released the CIA report that fingered MSB for the killing, and only with great reluctance did the fist bump, the famous fist bump. And we know how much in MBS, Mohammed bin Salman resents that, just this fist bump, and how much that spite drives this relationship. So human rights are a factor in the relationship. MBS likes the fact, Mohammed bin Salman, that China doesn't care about any of these human rights issues, and we don't even need to speak about Iran. Again, the U.S. and its EU allies are very concerned about how Iran treats its own people, its own citizens. And China, again, couldn't care. Why? Because China does the same within China. And I should underscore here one other irony, permit me. China is the worst abuser of the human rights of Muslims in the world. So you have these two so-called promoters and defenders of the Islamic faith, Iran and of course Saudi, which were home of Mecca, being pulled into agreement when it is China that interns over 1 million Muslim Uyghurs solely because of their Muslim religion, amounting to what the United States has called genocide and what some UN agencies have called crimes against humanity. So tremendous irony
about,
here. And again,
consistently as well. Edward, I'm sorry to interrupt you there. Just hold that thought. There are some breaking inputs coming in right this minute as we have been talking about how America will be viewing these developments and talking about the reactions trickling in. Just a few moments ago, we've gotten this reaction with the White House welcoming the Iran-Saudi deal. That's the latest input that we have at this point. But at the same time, the statement goes on to say